Bison with a play therapy tip of the week, sponsored by the St. Louis Center for Play Therapy Training, where we provide affordable continuing education opportunities for play therapy credentialing. You can learn more about us at stlplaytherapy.com. When I find a product that I really, really like, I like to tell other people about it. And this is a product that fits that description. It's made by Melissa and Doug, who make wonderful, wonderful toys and all kinds of toy play materials. And I have many of their items in my play therapy room. And I love these handle stampers with all of these facial expressions. So you can buy this set. It has 8 different feeling faces. And it even comes with 2 washable stamp pads. Can you tell I've used these a lot? They're kind of stained. What I love about these is not only the variations in the different expressions, but the little grippers on the handle, they're perfect for children to use. The stamp pads that come with this set are washable, and I like to use a different color for each face, so I've purchased some additional ones, and I always make sure when I purchase them that I do buy the washable ones so that kids aren't going to get them all over their clothing and ruin their clothing. So these are great, and using these, kids can use them individually in play therapy or in a group therapy setting to create lots of different things. And sometimes I'll use them to create things that then I use in play therapy. And one of those things that I made is a feelings bingo game. So I went online and to Microsoft Word and created my own feelings bingo template. If you're not real clever in regards to that, I bet if you Google bingo template printable free, you could probably find some that you could use. And I made this one specifically to accommodate these 8 different stamper faces and then a free space in the middle. So this is certainly a game that young children could play. Older children might find it rather simplistic. So if you were using it with older kids, you may have more than one face on a page. This one has just one of each face represented. So, and you would play, so what I did was I stamped all the same 8 faces on all the different cards, and I used cardstock, so it's a little more durable. I would even encourage you to laminate these or use clear contact paper to cover them so that they'll be durable, that they'll last a lot longer that way. And also, children sometimes have grubby little fingers, and so that way they're not going to be staining your bingo cards. When you stamp the cards, I made 6. That would be enough probably for a group. You could always make more. Don't forget to stamp an extra set because you got to have the calling card. So when you play the game, you as the therapist facilitator could pull the calling cards out. You could hold it up to the child or the group and ask them to identify the feeling, share a time when they experience that feeling. And if they have it, then of course, like traditional bingo, you would mark it on your bingo card. So then that means you have to have things that are to mark the spots with. So these are just paper ones. I had a paper craft punch that punched circles, so I used that. You could use beans. You could use pennies, these little inexpensive pirates coins, gold coins you can usually buy in a big bag for an inexpensive cost. And you could certainly use those. Poker chips, any kind of little pieces of scrap paper would work as well. And kids love to play bingo, and a fun way to make it using these stampers. So you could even have the kids help you make it. And I have already either made a bingo game or had a child help me make one, and then it's gone home with them with instructions that they played at home with family members. And a good way for the family to integrate some of the feelings work that we're doing in play therapy, integrated into parent-child family dynamics at home. Another idea that you can use using those, that I did using these Melissa and Doug stampers, is I stamped these faces. I used 6 different ones because I had 6 faces in this dollar muffin tin I bought at the dollar store. And I stamped it just with black because I wanted it to stand out really distinctly, and I stamped them on different colors of paper. I didn't adhere these to the muffin tin because I may want to use it for other things, but you could certainly put a little piece of tape on the back, or that ticky-tacky stuff that you can hang things on the wall with. That would work as well to adhere them in there. And then what you would have here would be like a feelings muffin toss game. So you could sit on the floor. They could use those gold coins to toss it into one of the spots when it landed in there. They would pull it out, identify that feeling, whatever feeling they thought that face was expressing, and maybe share a time they or kids in general may have experienced that feeling. You could also use like a little hacky sack ball, something that's got some weight to it so it would easily fall in the space. So, I've also made a feelings wheel using the same concept. I drew a circle, traced around a dinner plate, and then I stamped these around the outside, punched a little hole in the middle, used a paper brad, and a little vinyl arrow that I had purchased at a teacher supply store with some other game pieces, and I mounted it on foam board so that it had more of a harder surface underneath of it. It was more durable. So I don't have that with me today. I think I've loaned it out to somebody who wanted to use it as an example to make one, but another idea way of using that. So if you have these, I'd love to hear how you use them. If you don't have them and you're wondering what they cost, they retail for about $10. So they're very, very affordable. They're gonna last you a really, really long time. They're easy for kids to use. And you can come up, the ideas of how you're gonna use them are endless. So let me know how you've used them. I'd love to hear from you. You can find me at stlplaytherapy.com. I'm also on Pinterest. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can find me on all those places, and links to me on all of those social media sites are on the homepage of stlplaytherapy.com. I look forward to hearing from you.